After a 3-week stay in Melbourne, our cycling trip continues. From Melbourne we head via Phillip Island along the coast via sail to Bairnesdale, then via Orbost to Mallacoota. From there we head via Eden and Baytemans Bay to Wollongong and finally to Sydney. We drove through pouring rain from Melbourne to Stony Point. And then, when the sun came out, we took the ferry to Phillip Island. The weather here on the coast is very changeable. And so, the next day we had good weather again. Unfortunately, we haven't seen him yet. But just around this bend we saw this one. Sandra braked for him and I crashed behind Sandra due to carelessness. Luckily, apart from a few scraps, nothing happened to me. Plus, there was a lot of headwind today and we only got about 50 kilometers to Inverloch. Finally, the weather is what we imagined it would be like in Australia. First, we follow the road for a good stretch and then turn onto the Great Southern Rail Trail. From there, we follow a beautiful cycle path all the way to Foster. We meet the first cyclists during our lunch break at Fish Creek and are recommended an app that warns of bushfires. Alert signs are posted everywhere. Before we start today, we get some good tips at the campsite. We immediately follow one and only make a short trip to Port Welch Pool. Unfortunately, it's low tide and we can't swim, but there's a 900-meter long jetty here, the Long Jetty. A delicious second breakfast in Welch Pool, then we head straight for many kilometers on the rail trail. At the campsite in Yarram, we find the perfect solution for us. We'll negotiate with the owner. After a pleasant evening in the open campsite kitchen with a New Zealand teacher and a family who wants to emigrate to New Zealand, we don't get going until 9:30 this morning. It's very hot now and we've 77 kilometers to go. We arrive in Sale pretty exhausted. We get a motel room, shower, have dinner and go to bed. We interrupt our cycling trip for a few days, look at a small gallery and take the train back to Melbourne as we have 2-day tickets to the Australian Open. We leave our bikes at the motel and return by train 4 days later. Then our cycling trip continues, first from Sale to a campground on Lake Wellington. Because of the mosquitoes, we set up our tent in the camp kitchen. The next day we continue into strong headwinds to Painesville. And then take the ferry to Raymond Island. Koalas are said to live there in the wild. And indeed, On the 2-kilometer long koala trail, we see a lot of the cute little creatures. Koalas sleep 23 hours a day and eat for 1 hour a day. You could be jealous. Our journey continues on the East Gippsland Rail Trail. We restock our supplies in Bairnesdale and start the rail trail from there. Lots of farmland, beautiful trail, no wind. We arrive in Bruthen in the afternoon. There's a TV in the camp kitchen and we watch the Australian Open. Continuing to follow the rail trail, we will arrive exhausted in Orbost after 66 kilometers and 590 meters of elevation gain. Now we pass the longest railway bridge of the entire route. Unfortunately, it's no longer allowed to drive on it. The following day, after 12 kilometers, we're back at the sea in Marlow. We continue to Salmon Rocks, where we take a lunch break. Sandra takes a quick dip in the water and I try a nap. From here it's another 3 kilometers to our bush campsite. Our neighbors immediately tell us that there are snakes here. We already saw one this morning, so now we're warned and a little nervous. The only wildlife we see today is graffiti on service booths along the roadside. We travel along the busy Princess Highway to Can River, where we spend the night and take the bus to Mallacoota the next day. There's often a pelican banquet at the harbor. They are always there when fishermen are gutting their catch. But there is more than only pelicans here. We take a short tour along the Wallagarau River north of the campground and spot a few koalas. A few minutes later, we also see kangaroos. Even though it rained so hard one night that everything got wet, we like it here so much that we stay another day and take a tour to Betka Beach. We swim and spend some time on the beach at the mouth of the Betka River. The route to Eden also runs through forest and along the Princess Highway, so we take the bus again. In the morning, we visit the Whaling Museum in Eden together. In the afternoon, Sandra walks along the beach while I drive around Eden Garden Lake. And in the early evening, we look at the beach and Eden Garden Lake together from above.
Too many days in the darkness, without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight.
The next day, we drive through forest and over many hills from Eden to Tatra. There, we share the campsite with numerous kangaroos.
Darling, you were meant to survive. With every star.
They are really relaxed and don't always jump away immediately. But I guess I was too close.
Spend less time in your head.
There was a lot of hopping around our tent all night, and the next morning we wake up to the sound of hopping kangaroos.
Spend less time in your head.
The route from Tatra to Belmagui also leads through a lot of forest and over some hills. Sandra cooled off at the Blue Pool in Belmagui. Launch the drone, shop, plan the next day, have a barbecue. We're slowly getting into a routine.
You will grow to be tall, staring out over miles of land without it, but wanting to build up walls.
We're impressed by the Australians' outdoor equipment.
We can watch the sun.
As soon as we got up today, it was clear we're going to get wet. The black clouds were getting closer and closer. In the morning, we were lucky enough to hike to Camel Rock and Horsehead Rock.
Open your heart and spend less time in your head.
We also reached Tilba, a historic village in the dry, but then it started to rain. Mostly today we're on the highway, but sometimes we also take beautiful trails right along the coast. Since it keeps raining in the evening, we go to a fish takeaway and spend a pleasant evening with our Australian neighbors under their gazebo. From Dalmeny to our destination, the Sydney Opera House, it's another 400 kilometers. We avoid it whenever possible, but unfortunately we have to drive some of it on the Princess Highway. When that gets too annoying or motivation wanes for some other reason, a feel-good banana chocolate ice cream usually helps. Or even a regular ice cream. In the morning we pass a triathlon near Mossy Point, watch for a bit and then continue on. We meet Sissi and Walter, the biking buyers from Austria, in Baytemans Bay. On the following days we meet up, head to the same campsites and spend the evenings together. On our way to Sydney, we see countless beautiful bays, some of which we sometimes have all to ourselves, like this one in Ulladulla. Ulladulla, what a name! And when we particularly like it, Slowly but unstoppable, we approach Sydney. In almost every town along this coast, the rock pools invite us to swim. Sandra's high score is 5 rock pools in one day. We continue to Kiama. He doesn't jump, but these do. Before Wollongong, we pass a huge industrial area. And after Wollongong, we approach the Seacliff Bridge. Then comes a very steep and long climb, and after that we head through the Royal National Park.
Wenn's bei Komoot stimmt, ist das mein letzter Anstieg für diese Tour. Melbourne, Sydney. Ciao.
Our campsite is fully booked, but other campers who saw us camping somewhere else a few days ago let us set up our tent on their site. The last day of cycling in Australia begins with the ferry from Bandina to Cronulla. Now it's only 40 kilometers driving through several suburbs to our destination. At lunch, we're already really excited. Just a few more kilometers and we'll be there.
Wir haben's geschafft.
Bis nach Sydney.